What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Attack on Cowboys, and y'all already know what it is, man. We got a recap or a first reaction to day 3 of training camp action. And, hey, man, we seen some stuff today that's going to get plenty of Cowboys fans out there excited because they are doing something that we've been begging them to get back to doing for years. Let's get right into it, as there's actually some pretty interesting observations going on right now. Be sure to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content on the regular. Man, shut your up. First things first, man. Dak and CeeDee Lamb continue to set the tone of training camp. If it's not Dak Prescott hyping up his teammates to start training camp out or start practice out, getting super hype in the hype line, I'm going to start calling it now, because I don't know if y'all have seen all them dudes running across and just doing those team drills, but that stuff look crazy, bro. It's a ton of energy. You can feel it coming off the screen. You got CeeDee Lamb out here getting physical with guys. And we heard CeeDee talk about hanging out with the defensive side of the ball and, trying to get more of a physical mentality. And I don't think we're going to be seeing CeeDee get pumped no more, y'all. We ain't going to see no more Jair Alexander, Green Bay Packer game type situations happen anymore, because CeeDee Lamb is bulked up. He's adopted a different type of mentality, and he's trying to instill some toughness into his teammates. Make no mistake about it. This ain't CeeDee being immature, none of that stuff. This is the leader of the team trying to set the tone for what they want this team to be, and that's a physical, hard-nosed football team that's not afraid of confrontation. Now, Keemon Hall, I will say this. You were on the other side of that. Your ass better be very careful, bro, because you already at the bottom of the depth chart, and you better not even think about raising your hand at CeeDee Lamb. I'm talking about if you even get the thought in your head, you're going to get a pink slip waiting in your locker room, bro. So don't even relax. I'll play physical against them, but you better relax, baby. If I put your hand on CeeDee Lamb, they're going to be on your ass. But I love to see this, bro, and this is continuing the tone that's been set by Brian Schottenheimer, continue the trend that we continue to see, continue to hear about. Everybody's preaching about toughness. Everybody's preaching about being more physical. Everybody's preaching about energy. And so far, everything that they've been talking about, they've been walking it as well. So I'm loving what I'm seeing as far as the disposition of the players in training camp. The energy is tangible, and the mentality shift is tangible. And to me, that's the biggest thing that you kind of notice throughout the first few days of training camp, not just today. Also, Dak Prescott using his legs again. And this wasn't the only play in which he used his legs. This one was a read option. You can tell because the receivers didn't even come out. They didn't run any type of routes. They came out immediately looking to block. That means that he was going to have the option to either keep it or give it to the running back on that play. He kept it. And usually, we did see Dak use some read option type looks under Mike McCarthy, but he never, ever actually kept the ball and ran with it. If Dak Prescott begins to utilize his legs more, and they actually had some plays where he ran some RPOs in practice as well. So you got the run pass option working. I prefer him to kind of stay in that zone because the run pass option kind of keeps him more so out of harm's way. But if Dak Prescott can get back to using his legs, that is going to open up an entirely new dimension of the Dallas Cowboys offense, because he was using his legs as a rookie, but he wasn't as refined as a passer then. He wasn't refined in the pocket. Now he understands, and he has mastery over the pocket to a degree, and you add the legs back to it, we're going to be cooking with hot grease, and that's going to do nothing but open up everyone else on the field, because the defense has to react, and that is going to allow Dak Prescott to either make a play down the field or continue to extend drives. And at the end of the day, that's what I want to see more of, is extended drives, less 3 and outs, less of the stalled drives that lead to 2-3 touchdowns in a row for the opposing team. Extend those drives, get Dak using his legs again, get that hamstring healthy, make sure it's super healthy, and get that man running again, bro. We can't be treating any of our players like China dolls out there on the field. At any point in a player's career, you have to start treating them like a China doll. That's when you start to become a liability. So I love seeing Shotty be like, nah, man, we're not about to sit here and put Dak behind a break-in case of emergency glass. Let his ass get out there and start running that ball. And this is everything that we've been asking for. Shotty is delivering on everything he's been talking to us about. So I think right now, most Cowboys fans, based off what we've seen so far, most Cowboys fans should be damn excited about what's going on with this team throughout training camp right now. Next up, we have Donovan Ezeiruaku. He got some run with the ones today. Told y'all, bro, this pass rush is going to be a problem. I don't know how he failed to pick 44 sleeper Cowboys because, quite frankly, anybody that gets 16.5 sacks in one college season, they need to be a first-round look immediately, right? Donovan Ezeiruaku is dominating in practice. He's been dominating throughout training camp thus far, and I think this dude is going to hit the ground running in the NFL, y'all. I don't think that there's going to be this huge learning curve where, he has this rookie wall, the rookie learning curve. I think he's going to hit the ground running because by all accounts, he's one of the most refined-looking pass rushers out there. He's one of the most technically sound pass rushers out there on the field. He's making a lot of noise, and it's not just him, man. The entire defense as a whole is making a whole lot of noise right now, man. Matt Eberflus's defense is turning that ball over, and they're getting all the quarterbacks. It's Dak, it's Joe Milton, it's all the quarterbacks. They're turning the ball over, and it's multiple guys, y'all. We seeing Kyer Elam. We've seen now Zion Childress. Remember, that was the undrafted free agent I told everybody to keep an eye on. He's making noise already. He got him a nice little snag off of Joe Milton earlier. Malik Hooker picked Dak off right here. This third day in a row, Dak threw an interception. I'm not really counting interceptions and stuff in training camp, but again, this is the time to do it. Practice is the time to make mistakes. Practice is the time to test what you can and can't do. So we don't count stats in training camp, but that is just showing you that Matt Eberflus's defense is prepared. They're putting up a fight, even though you could look at that side of the ball and say they're probably the less talented side of the ball. They're putting up a fight, bro, and it's not just no washout here. These dudes are really going to war. And that's the overall theme of day 3, bro. The defense, Tyler Guyton is making a huge impact still. He's still showing that he's kind of taking a step here. He's making that leap physically. He's making that leap. He looks more equipped to play the position right now, according to reports of people that's out there. And he's been somebody that's been impressive thus far. The running backs, Deuce Vaughn continues to make these splash plays. I don't know if there's going to be enough space on the roster for Deuce Vaughn to legitimately have a chance to make the roster, but he continues to have at least 1 or 2 plays in each of these practices where people are looking at him like, damn, that was actually a nice run. Again, the problem is you got guys like Jaden Blue doing the same thing because he was making a lot of noise today in practice as well. Brian Schottenheimer told y'all he liked the way Phil Maffa has been looking. Miles Sanders making noise. Javonte Williams is still making noise. So that room is so competitive, and no one is head and shoulders above anybody else as it pertains to contract situation or hierarchy in the team or anything. Everybody's kind of playing on an even playing field right now. I have no clue how that battle's going to turn out. And originally, I was like, man, Deuce is probably going to be the odd man out. But it's really hard to call it. It's really hard to call it because every time you see a clip of Deuce, he's making something happen, and he looks really, really fast on the tape, right? But either way, all in all, day 3 reaction of training camp. I don't want to drown y'all out too much with too many details because I still want to give myself a chance to really go through and look at everything. Actually watch the videos multiple times and see what we're looking at as pertains to who's battling who on the line, actually looking at the trench battles and stuff like that. But something I do want to get into real quick is Dak Prescott, man. Everyone now across the board, everyone on your leadership committee, bro. Now Dak Prescott come out here and talked about what's fueling him entering his 10th year in the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys. He said, Super Bowl, that's the true motivation. Love that, man. He said, having fun and winning a Super Bowl, period, is what I want from this game, is what everyone wants in his locker room. We've got a head coach that's hungry for it. Winning, winning, winning. I'm 10 years in, and I'm ready to play another 10, but I want that first and foremost. And now, damn, play another 10 is crazy. Play another 10 is crazy. Dak, I'm going to tell you right now, bro. If your ass don't get a Super Bowl on this contract, Cowboys fans is not going to be trying to let your ass finish that other 10 here in Dallas, bro. So please, bro, I need this team to come together and make this crap happen. But that man said he trying to do it. He on that LeBron James diet, apparently. He on that LeBron James diet. I don't know what he got going on, but again, the consistent message, physicality, toughness, this energy. You're seeing all of that. Brian Schottenheimer being super multiple on the offense. We saw a ton of different looks on the offense throughout training camp, throughout these first 3 days, whether it be doing the RPOs, the read options, playing out the fist, whatever it may be. We've been seeing them utilize all these different looks, and I love to see it, bro. I love to see it. And the better part about that is the defense. The defense and the guys that were brought in to play a specific role, they look capable of playing that role so far. There hasn't been a player that any reporter really has been able to be like, hey, this guy's, oh, he's having a bad day, or oh, he's just having a really bad. No one's really had a consistently bad day, and honestly, that's a good thing so far when you had that level of competition, because at the end of the day, that means either your whole team is playing at a high level or everybody suck. And everybody don't suck on this team. Too many all-pros have said that one. So that means right now everybody's competing at a high level and no one's making a ton of mistakes. And that would be the biggest thing that I would take from all of this. Now, as it pertains to some of the other surprises that's going on in camp, because there's some interesting surprises, man, that should have people excited. Obviously, Dak using his legs again. Schoonmaker, the development of Luke Schoonmaker and some of these other younger guys on the team. Apparently, Luke Schoonmaker looks the part now. He looks like a second-round pick tight end. He's starting to put it together. His body and his mind is catching up to the speed of the NFL. And, brother, I am just excited to see when these pads come on. I believe next week they put the shells on today. So we saw a little bit more physicality today in the practice. But I'm ready to see these damn football. I'm ready to see these pads on, y'all. I want to see what this is really going to look like when guys are able to actually kind of put some pain on each other, right? But either way, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. That was my day 3 reaction of Dallas Cowboys training camp. Let me know what the things that caught your eye the most from everything that you saw for day 3 of the Dallas Cowboys down in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next. Pow! Them Cows.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Woo, shut up, my boy, shut up.